Hey guys, I hope that you are well. I wanted to make this video today to give you 3 specific messages that I channeled for the Twin Flame Collective. So just a little bit about me if you're new to my channel. My name is Rachel and I'm an energy healer. And whenever I first went into energy healing, I didn't have like a target market. Like I just wanted to do energy healing. And so I put some things out on YouTube and I had a lot of twin flames reaching out, either through personal messages, getting readings and healings, and I never really talked much about my own journey. So it was cool, but also a little surprising that a lot of twin flames reached out to me. And so I really wanted to know how to best serve twin flames. So, I do my readings and have some healings out for the collective. But I went into a meditation and I asked, what is my role? Because I went through a lot of these experiences myself that you all are going through. And just naturally, the universe brought me so many beautiful twin flames to work with and become friends with that I know that there's something that I can give back. And so I went into a meditation and I asked what my role was. And I got a very clear message that I wrote down. And I have some of the things I wrote down here because once they go through, if I don't write them down immediately, then I forget them. So I have them right here. So I'll get into what that message was in a little bit, but I want to talk some more about some of the visuals that I got. So a question that I had on my mind was, where do all the different readers and teachers and healers fall in like the grand scheme of helping the Twin Flame Collective? Because what I found personally is sometimes I would really resonate with somebody for like a period of time, and then I just stopped. And it wasn't that they were bad or anything, it's just it stopped resonating. And then some people I just continued to resonate with. Other people I would look at some of their work and it just didn't fit for me. And so I really wondered what was going on. And the visual that I got, well, the message that I got was, I'm not supposed to know, pretty much. And then I got this visual of there's this whole complete picture that's going on. And we don't know what that is, okay? So there's certain healers, or certain readers and teachers and leaders in this field, I guess, and they play a very specific role. Now, they don't play the whole role, but they play a part, just like I am playing a part, and you, everybody who's watching this, is playing a part in the whole. But we're not privy yet to see what that whole is. So I very much spiritually align with a lot of yogic principles. And so I kind of take this back to yoga. When you think about it, all these different gurus over hundreds of years, centuries, brought specific types of teachings about how to become enlightened or self-realized. Now they're all different paths, but they all get you to the same place, if that makes sense. So you have, Kriya Yoga, you have Kundalini Yoga, Baptista Yoga, and then you have Buddhist principles to the way to enlightenment, and it's like just whatever resonates with you. But we needed all of these different gurus and masters and teachers and leaders throughout the century to help us get to where we are and to give us these teachings and modalities for healing ourselves. It's not that one is right and one is wrong. It's that we need them all. And so that's the visual that I got in this Twin Flame Collective. So every single teacher and healer serves the role that they are meant to serve. Okay, so that's message number 1. Message number 2, or maybe 1A, is it's okay to resonate with some and not to resonate with others. If you watch somebody and what they say does not fit for your journey, then that is okay. It's like if you went to a Hatha yoga class and was like, oh my gosh, I hated that. I hated every second of it, but I'm going to keep going back because I think they're right. No, you would just go find maybe another yoga class or other type of meditation, and you find one that fits for you. So don't try to make something fit that doesn't fit, and recognize that you can follow somebody for a period of time, and it gets you to a certain point in your journey. And then once you get to that point in your journey, it's time to move on and find somebody else who can take you maybe to the next step. So don't feel guilty. And I know that some of you might follow me now and you might not in the future. Some may have followed somebody else and now you're following me. Like, it's just kind of the flow. And so go with the flow is really the main message here. And don't trust yourself, and don't be hard on yourself, and don't try to make yourself fit. But also, try to take, and this is kind of a message for me too, like, it's time to take like the ego out of it. And if somebody says something that isn't true for you, it could be true for them and it could be true for hundreds of other people, but it's not true for you, and that's okay. It doesn't make them wrong and you right. It doesn't make you wrong and them right, if that makes sense. Okay, so the next piece of this was I got the very strong message that in addition to twin flame healings and teachings, there does need to be an additional type of spiritual practice, and that's not at all dogmatic. That could be anything from just like your own meditation or healing that you get from different healers in your community. It could be taking practices from yoga, from Buddhism, from Wicca, from Christianity, Judaism, just whatever aligns with you. But there has to be something, like the twin flame messages and the journey gets you to a certain point. But the real purpose of this is spiritual learning. And what I have found is that twin flames are very motivated to go through this process. And you're motivated by your twin and by being in union, but it's really not the end goal. It's like before, and again, this is the messages I'm getting. So if it's speaking to you, then allow it to resonate. If it's not, you could contemplate maybe why it's not resonating, or you can just dismiss it and find something that does resonate. But really what I got was, we're very motivated, those who are on the twin flame journey, to do this healing, to find union. But it's actually much deeper than that, and you incarnated as this path with this like contractual agreement with your twin to go through in one lifetime, which it takes people many lifetimes to go through, and you have this motivation, okay? But sometimes we get so what's the word? It just is so involved with only twin flame stuff that it causes fear. It causes this like, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? And that's actually not the purpose. The purpose is your healing and also your twin flames healing. So for that reason, finding something else that aligns with you, like checking in with twin flame resources is great. It's great for validation. It's great for healing. It's great for getting your next steps. But then once you get those next steps, where do you find the path to then follow them, if that makes sense? So like for example, in yoga, the yamas and the niyamas kind of give you a structure to live your life for spiritual development. So if you're watching a twin flame reading and it gives you some of these insights, but you're like, okay, but how do I make that happen in my life? You might then want to look to Patanjali's Yoga Sutras or to some other spiritual teachings or some other healings, which I'll get to in just a second after I talk about this point, to then progress where you're meant to go on your journey. So again, it all just has its part. Like the twin flame teachings, readings have their part, but then I'm seeing like a very distinct like other part where only you know what really resonates for you on your journey, what's going to progress you forward, okay? Then the third part that I got was the essential piece of healing yourself. And yes, sending healing and love to your twin, but the majority has to be spent on yourself. And I know this is very, very hard. But I've done so many readings now and healings for the Twin Flame Collective, and the messages that I continue to get from the twins' higher self are things that they want you to do to pursue your life purpose, for your healing. Because when there is union, the journey, it doesn't stop. That's not the end goal. And you want to be really ready for this from a very detached state. And when I say detached, that means that you can be with your twin in an unconditionally loving state, unattached. Just feeling that unconditional love, being able to receive the unconditional love, being able to give the unconditional love, and you have a sense of purpose. In your life, that can definitely involve that relationship, but a lot of times the relationship can help support it, and it's separate. So it's something else. It's a higher purpose. It turns into something deeper and higher than just union, is what I'm trying to say. And once you get into union, you begin to understand that, and then you go to the next level. So while you are, if you're in separation, or if you're just like not really sure where you and your twin are heading, then the message I have for you is focus on your own healing. And there's so many different healing modalities. There's energy healing of all forms that you can get in person, distance energy work. There's different meditations. Speaking from my own experience, okay, I spent a lot of time watching card readings on YouTube, and they provided great validation. Like, oh my gosh, yeah, like I'm going through that. And they provided great insights and guidance on some things that I could work on maybe that week or that month or whatever it was. But my biggest jumps were when I went into deep healings, when I got a good healing session, when I went into a deep meditation, when I went back into my Akashic records, which is just like past life stuff, and really got insights that I could take into the present. The biggest jumps also came when I detached a little bit from all the twin flame stuff and really started following more of like a spiritual path, like I said, with yoga and contemplation of like what my true purpose is, what the bigger whole is. And so it seems counterintuitive to kind of take a step back from like the twin flame stuff and focus on your own healing, but I'm here to tell you that's actually the purpose of this journey. And it might not be easy. Your mind might say like, no, don't do that. But from my experience and just working with others, that has shown to be more effective than just learning and just taking it in. So yeah, just focusing on your healing and your purpose. And the sooner you can really step into your purpose and step into your wholeness as you, because that's a purpose. Like you want to find wholeness within you, all those fragmented pieces, you want to bring them together. And once you find that, then you are truly ready for that union. Your twin obviously has their own healing journey. And once you find that wholeness individually, you come together and then the learning and the spiritual journey continues. It never ends. There's no ending point. So just kind of embrace the journey and find the beauty in it, because it really is a blessing. It really, really, truly is a blessing. If you know you are a twin flame, that's what I got through my channel message. If you know you're a twin flame, it means that you want to come home, is what they said. You're ready to come home. And home always begins within you, the oneness that is within you, and then kind of expanding that out. Okay, so with those messages, again, all different kinds of teachers, focusing on your own healing and on your purpose, and then also trying to find maybe something else that aligns with your purpose that can assist in this path that's not the twin flame journey and not focused on your twin, but focused on what aligns with you. And it's going to be different for everybody. With that being said, whenever I asked what my purpose was, I got a very clear message. I am a healer. That is what I'm naturally, it's not an ego thing. Like that's naturally something that I was given, and it's up to me, the person me, to bring that to you. Because if I didn't, that would be, and that's like a sin in my eyes, because if you're given something, then I need to put my fears aside, my ego aside, and I need to be able to channel it. So with that being said, my purpose here is to help you heal, and I'll still do readings and things like that because those are also healing. But really what I want to do is help you all heal in the way that best serves you. So for that reason, I am putting together this program that is, before you turn off the video, it is pay what you can. This is not like a financially motivated. I don't want anybody to be shunned or cut out because of finances. So it is pay what you can and what you think it's worth to you. It's going to be a program that's going to go on for at least 6 months, at least, and then we'll kind of reevaluate after 6 months and see what's next. And it's going to be focused mainly on healing. So maybe every week or every other week, you're going to get maybe like a little lesson or talk or channeling or something, but then also a healing for you to put that into action. And also I'm going to do live healings and card readings for just the people in the program, and Q&As, like if you have any questions that I can help with. Again, I'm a mentor. I don't feel like I am like this like huge guru, but I am a mentor. I do get messages and insights and things like that I could possibly be able to answer questions. So there'll be a Q&A session. And I wrote down some of the things that I was guided to do during, just so you can get an idea. So chakra balancing and block removal within you, connecting with guides, getting intuitions, helping you open up your third eye so that you can get insights, going into your Akashic records, going into your past life, and kind of, it's called a journey. So we'll go on a journey and you can really discover the past life that you had with your twin karmic partners and the overall lesson that you came here to learn. Talking about cutting cords with old partners that don't serve you, we're going to make a healing grid. So this is what I do for many of my clients. I'm going to show you how to do it, and then I'm going to give the energy to infuse it for you. We're going to talk about mirroring and triggers and how to use those to grow and heal from them, coming from love, not fear, releasing a lot of your fear, connecting with your higher self, your twin's higher self, being able to communicate that way, and then protecting your energy, raising your vibration. And so those are just that's the basic things that I got just to begin with so that you have an idea. So if you are interested, I'm going to be taking applications for the next few weeks. I hope to start around the beginning of March with the actual programs. And like I said, it's pay what you can. So every month I'll send you a reminder and just say, hey, please donate to support, because this will be based on donation. So please donate to support the work what you can. And it's very much appreciated, whatever you can give in an exchange for the energy. So the link to the application is below, and the application is just so I know where you're coming from and make sure that I'm a right fit for you, make sure that you're a right fit for this program. Because again, it's all about that fit. So if you are interested, the link to that application is below, and I will be reaching out to everybody very soon individually to let you know when it's going to start and all that kind of good stuff. So thank you so much for listening. I hope this was helpful for you. And my name is Rachel. Again, I'm wishing you so much love and light, and thank you for just being brave and doing all of this hard work, because I know that it is not easy. So I really would like to help anybody who wants the help in this process. Okay, have a beautiful day. Namaste.